So with the recent announcement of Spider-Man 4 being called Spider-Man Brand New Day, I wanted to talk about what I think this movie could be about and what I'd like to see in my personal opinion coming for a next Spider-Man movie and live action. Basically discuss what everything that revealed Spider-Man wise yesterday at CinemaCon. So resuming of everything, Sony yesterday had a panel at CinemaCon where they revealed a lot of stuff for their upcoming projects, from movies to shows, and most importantly, the stuff everyone was looking most forward to was Spider-Man stuff. So we learned that Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse will officially release on June 4th, 2027, so that's very exciting, along with a lot of brand new first look photos. And then later on we found out the title for the next Spider-Man film in the MCU, which we previously called Spider-Man 4, is now officially called Spider-Man Brand New Day. I like this title a lot. I like the logo a lot because it's the classic Spider-Man font that they used in like promo art back in the day and everything, not the same thing from the MCU. So I'm glad that change is happening, because this new trilogy is set to represent a new era of Spider-Man in the MCU. So I'm happy that they're changing a lot of stuff, not just in the movie and in the character, but also in marketing purposes. So we basically don't know anything about the story as of now. Most of the rumors said and indicated that this film would be another multiverse story, but with the title and then with the logo, I'm not so sure if this will be an entire multiverse film or if it'll be multiverse like at all. No Way Home, Spider-Man, at the end of the film, he got Doctor Strange to wish him to make him a spell where everyone forgot who he was. And that's where we're gonna go off in Spider-Man 4, with Peter trying to build his new life, probably in college, now trying to meet everyone without knowing anybody. So basically trying to build a new identity for himself. And I gotta say, I've been seeing a lot of rumors saying that they might change the suit for Spider-Man 4, and I really hope they don't, because the new red and blue suit is perfect in my opinion. I like the shade of the colors, not a fan of the shiny blue, but the logo's cool. I would have changed the logo in the back and the lenses, but that's a topic for another video. Let's get on to the actual story. So I'm seeing a lot of rumors saying that Sony wanted to invest off the huge phenomenon that was Spider-Man Way Home with all the multiversal stuff, and then try to make another multiverse film. But we still don't know if this is true or not. If I were to guess, this is my personal guess, this movie is coming out 2 months after Doomsday, and we don't know how Doomsday will end. But a huge theory is that the movie will end with the Avengers and everyone who is involved from every multiverse will be ending up on Battleworld, which is basically this combination of pieces of chunks of different universes collided into one in a way. And it is rumored that Spider-Man 4 will take place there, but I don't think it will take place there. I think Spider-Man 4 could be one of those movies out where it could take place at the same time as Doomsday or a bit before, and then have a post-credit scene to link up the events, like in Ant-Man and the Wasp. The movie happened as the Avengers were fighting Thanos and everything before, and then the post-credit scene showed Ant-Man getting stuck in a quantum realm, along with the Ant family or whatever, all turning to dust because of Thanos' snap. So what is my ideal Spider-Man movie, especially for Spider-Man 4? So I think this movie should be street level. Just getting out of the way, I believe this should be street level, because I've been wanting to see a new interpretation of a street level Spider-Man without any other occupations and characters overshadowing him for years now. The last real street level Spider-Man film we got was Spider-Man Homecoming, and that's one of my favorite Spider-Man films of all time, live action wise of course. But that movie was the last one that we really got a Spider-Man only acting in New York. No multiverse stuff, just Spider-Man acting in New York. But there was the huge presence of Tony Stark and Iron Man in that film, so that obviously overshadowed Spider-Man in his own movie and made it not feel like a Spider-Man only movie, like his comics are. Now this time around, I don't think if there's any MCU character in this film, I don't think there will be as much of a presence as there was with Iron Man, Nick Fury, and Doctor Strange. I definitely feel like that's possible, but it also depends on the character. If I were to say I want a new character to be in this MCU character to be in this movie, it'll have to be Daredevil. I think that's the obvious choice. A street-level project between Spider-Man and Daredevil will be a dream come true for comic book nerds. Or Captain America, Sam Wilson. Because if my theory is right, that Spider-Man 4 is taking place at the same time as Avengers Doomsday, I believe the film could end with Sam Wilson asking Spider-Man for help for their battle against Doctor Doom, could segue into Secret Wars, which is in the Secret Wars in the comics, in the original comics. This is where Spider-Man first got his symbiote, and we know that a bit of the symbiote of Venom is in the MCU by the end of Venom, Venom Let There Be Carnage, I think, or no, I don't remember. That whole situation was weird, but we know that a sliver of symbiote is in the MCU now, so I'm wondering where he's gonna get it. I'm seeing a lot of rumors saying that Spider-Man will get a new suit as well, so if he gets a new suit in Spider-Man Brand New Day, I believe it has to be the symbiote suit. I think that's the most obvious choice instead of having him use another suit just to sell toys. Sadie Sink playing whoever she's playing in this film. Seen a lot of people saying she's playing Mary Jane, but that's not happening because Michelle is the Mary Jane of the MCU. And I've seen a lot of people saying that she could be playing Firestar, which is a character from the comics who has fire abilities. She used to be in a animated show back in the 80s, I think, called Spider-Man and the Amazing Friends, which told the adventures of Spider-Man, Iceman from the X-Men, and Firestar. So that could happen along with the X-Men now being introduced after Avengers Secret Wars. I definitely believe that this movie should stay on its own. There needs to be MCU connections for connectivity and everything, but I think this film would work better if it was just a standalone thing in the MCU, but not occurring and not including events that are happening in the MCU as of now. I think that would be a good thing, just to make Spider-Man now act on his own for once. But I really believe that this movie should mostly focus on Peter building a new life after what happened in No Way Home, with Peter now going to college, trying to build his new identity. And however this movie ends, we still don't know. I think that in a way, Zendaya and Ned need to find out that Peter is Spider-Man again. Not Spider-Man, that Peter is Peter for their past lives, basically. I believe Peter should tell them everything that had happened. I don't know about the Spider-Man stuff, but I believe that could happen because, Peter and MJ are kind of soulmates. And I think this could be a nice way to make Ned finally become Hobgoblin, because that was teased a lot in marketing for No Way Home, but no one really addressed it while that was happening. But I feel like it has to happen at some point, especially with this new college years now with Spider-Man. I believe that this film should just stick to the basics of what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man, which is something so great what we saw in Your Family Never Spider-Man that came out this year. With Spider-Man just acting on his own, sometimes having the help of other characters, but still fighting villains that are street level-esque. There was the whole gang war, there was Scorpion, there was those types of villains, and that's just what makes Spider-Man Spider-Man, along with a lot of great scenes with Spider-Man just showing how much of a great person he is. Because we still haven't seen that much stuff of him in the MCU. We saw briefly in No Way Home when he was fighting Dr. Octopus in the bridge. He saved a couple of people while he was fighting, which is something super Spider-Man-y, but we never really saw that before with Tom Holland's interpretation of Spider-Man, so I'm happy that they're going there, hopefully in the future. Yeah, I believe Spider-Man 4 should be street level, no multiverse shenanigans, nothing of that sort. Just street level, just focusing on Peter, trying to build his new identity, finding friends, finding loved ones and everything, and somehow, and just be the Spider-Man we all know and love from the comics and TV shows. I think that's what every fan wants from this interpretation of Spider-Man, for him to just be what we love so much about Spider-Man. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, leave a like, and comment below what you think of this theory and what would you like Spider-Man 4 to be. I'm George. Peace out. Take care.